Just have a new blade.
Oh, I've got the coffee scoop, Wayne.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. Excellent. Good afternoon, peeps. How are you? Hope you're keeping well. Right then, what are we doing? Right, I'll bring my earworms in. At the moment, I've got JP and I've got Scott. So they'll be keeping me up to date with the chats and everything. So I'm turning a piece of oak today. Just put me back in the background again. I'm turning a piece of oak today. What is it? About just under 6 inches long by, it'll end up around about 5.5 inches diameter. It's just going to be a fairly plain piece of turning. I'm not too concerned about how the outside finishes up or anything like that. The main purpose of today is to show the ring tool. So that's what we're going to be using to clean the inside out. Ring tool made by Hamlet, this one. I think Sorby do them as well, or they certainly used to, but I don't have a Sorby one. I've got the Hamlet one. So we're going to be doing that. So I'll change camera. We'll go onto the overhead first. Feel free to ask questions. The guys will keep us informed of anything that's going on. So there's the piece of oak. I'm going to use my Robert Sorby 1/2-inch bow gouge to round this off, although it is in spindle mode, so the grain of the wood is running that way. I'm still going to use my bow gouge. Like I say, I think this piece of wood is very, very dry. It's going to be very hard, but we'll see how we get on. Turning at around about 1050.
So who have we got in then? There's some bloke called the Blue Light Turner.
There's some bloke called the JP Woodworks as well.
Yeah. Steve Ellis. Richard.
Hi, Richard.
Di.
Hi, Di.
Rubber Dub.
Hi, Rob.
Twisted Trees.
Hi, Pete.
Baz.
Hi, Baz.
Jay. Nick.
Hi, Jim. Nick.
Who else? Wayne. Fennel.
Barry wants to know, how do you keep your ring tool clean? I think he bleaches it.
Does he tan it though?
I've got to say, it's brilliant for winners. Absolutely brilliant for winners and hangers.
Is it the one ring tool to rule them all?
That's it.
We sat the other day having a family barbecue, and they were the eldest started talking about the new craze of tanning your ring.
All right.
I was like, yeah, okay, I'm trying to eat my dinner. Adam's just joined. Dennis.
Hello, Adam.
Rob.
Hey, Adam. Dennis. Oh, yeah, I'll keep on forgetting. For some people, it's still morning. Still a couple of flats here. I'll just get rid of them. Nice big crack there. It doesn't go in that far. We might well get rid of it. But up on the top here, this is going to be the top. There's some very big cracks up there.
Rings and cracks. This could only go one way.
Oh, Wayne's rubbing his tool along.
Oh my days. Right. Clean heads. Clean heads. So what's everyone been up to this morning?
Not much, mate, to be honest with you.
People starting to go back to work, or are they still isolating?
I've been having to mess with a scroll saw.
Funny enough, I did briefly as well.
I had to do dad's duties and take him to get new phones. The latest
phones?
Yeah, the latest Samsung's out on it.
They don't need new phones. Make them suffer because the other ones just literally don't work no more. A string and a cut.
My wife's looks like a spider's web across the screen, so it was like, yeah. I'm due to upgrade mine, but I'd rather wait 15 days and not pay 20 quid to upgrade. I'll do mine then. Who mistaked me for Dale? I'm younger and better looking.
He also needs a new pair of glasses.
Should have gone to Specsavers.
Got less hair. Oh, yeah.
I don't know, I'm catching up with Dale on less hair. The dye's making a batch of friction polish.
Go on.
Dye's making a batch of friction polish in a double boiler.
Oh, very good.
Richard Phelan's in the shop turning a couple of bowls.
Good.
Mike's just joined.
Hey, Mike.
Sharon Chapman.
Hey, Sharon.
Steve Ellis says he got an NHS text this morning saying it's best to keep isolated for at least another 2 weeks despite the government suggested easing.
Yeah, so I looked at that because my nan's in sheltered accommodation and they won't let anyone in. And the government said about people that are shielding, but it's literally them being allowed outside on their own at a time when no one's going to be about. So either first thing in the morning or last thing at night.
Right. Rubber Dub's got a question.
I just saw that.
Before the chat descends into chaos. Right. Where is it? Okay. What I use for sharpening Rubber Dub, I use one of the chainsaw sharpeners that goes into the Dremel. I use that for sharpening it. And yes, it is predominantly for hollowing end grain. That's what the tool is used for.
So how does that compare with Robert Sorby for end grain and wine?
Which Robert Sorby?
Not Robert Sorby. The Simon Hope hollowing system.
Simon Hope, it's totally different. Simon Hope's is a cupped carbide. This is a high-speed steel, and you're still using the bevel on this. But it works. I mean, it works exceptionally well on wet wood. This piece of oak is fairly dry, so I'm not very sure what sort of result we're going to get. I'm hoping it's going to be a good result. Let's get that lined up so I can tighten the chuck up. Oh, I've got to go. I've just had a notification. I'm live. I'll have to go and watch.
Go watch.
Right, so I'm still going to use my bow gouge to shape this. That's a good thing about bow gouges. They can be used on spindle work.
When did you get your record power tools, JP?
When?
Yeah.
What ones are you talking about, mate?
The ones you did the review on. The bowl.
Oh, the
set and
the new one.
Yeah.
I've had them for about a little over a month, I think.
So I watched your premiere last night, and then because I was still trying to battle with that cupboard where the compressor was stuck.
Yeah.
It just come on, and then straight after yours, YouTube decided to let me watch John Crovia do it as well.
Yeah. They're not out. They're not officially out yet for a little while. But they're real nice tools, mate. Yeah, real nice. They're based for basically beginners. So yeah, there's me, John Clover, Martin, and Jim Overton have put a video out on them.
Right, Dennis has just asked a question. Ever turned willow? I probably have, although I can't remember when it was. And if it's burrs you're turning, they'll probably turn very nice. As far as I remember, willow's quite a light wood, so the burrs will be really nice in it.
That's a fair amount of burrs,
you won't learn, will you, Wayne? You're supposed to turn around and say, "You will hate it, Dennis. Send them to me."
Well, I think it might cost Dennis a wee bit to send them over to me, considering he's in Canada.
That doesn't matter. He won't mind.
So Nick's watching whilst pyroing. We got 34 watching and 9 thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up for Wayne, guys.
Yeah, hit that thumbs up. And the word of the afternoon is win.
How's that? So the crack that's actually here, that you can see there, that's the pith from the centre of the tree.
You're taking the piss.
Yeah, I'm taking the piss.
He's taking the piss out of ring.
Rob CP said, question please, if it's convenient, can Wayne show the original goblet that he turned 75 of?
Right, I meant to dig that out this morning. Just give us a second.
He's taking the piff out your crack, Jamie.
It's under 75 bowls.
Yeah.
50 of them a water droplet.
Now, this has been lying about in the workshop since forever, because I did those 75 goblets. Oh, it must be at least 25 years ago I did those. What was happening? The couple were having a medieval.
Did you lose 74 of them?
Sorry?
Did you lose 74 of them in the workshop?
Yeah, they're sitting underneath a pile of shavings in front of us. The couple were having a medieval wedding, and instead of the ordinary favours to put on the table and everything for everybody that turned up, they were wanting wine goblets. So I did 75 ash goblets, which are just over 5.5 inches tall by 2 3/4 diameter. And for the bride and groom, I did 2 out of Purple Heart, which were 12 inches tall by 3 inches diameter. But that's the goblet. That was the one. That was the original one that I did the pattern from. I was working nights at the time in a care home. So I was working, was it 4 nights a week? I did 3 nights a week. So I had to travel down to the north of England, down to Hexham, to pick up the wood. And then all the wood had to be processed on the bandsaw into squares and lengths. And I've got, the funny thing was, I said, yeah, I can do those goblets. When do you want them? And the lassie says, in a fortnight.
Don't you love it?
Yeah, I love people who like taking the piss.
That's 2 weeks for the American viewers.
Yeah, so I had 2 weeks to get these 77 altogether, the ones I did for the bride and groom. And Jane and I actually got invited to the evening do There was a place up beside a town called Gatehouse of Fleet, which is about 45 minutes from where I live. It's a nice job. I got me picture with all the goblets into the front page of the local newspaper doing that one.
Nice.
Which sadly I never kept a copy of.
Steve Robbins says, afternoon, Wayne. Sorry I'm late.
No problem, Steve. No problem.
Oh, I just got an envelope from Record.
Ooh.
Oh.
I'm posh, I just get emails.
Okay, that's a bit different. It's meant to be the new bit for me bandsaw, but it's not as long as the one that's on there.
Right, I'll just use the spindle gouge, just take some out of the bottom here so I've got room to part off.
That's the job for Ron.
Right, let's get the tailstock out of the way. I'll change the camera angle, see if I can get a decent one on here. Right, is that bleaching everything out?
No, it looks all right, mate.
No, it's not too bad.
That's better.
That's better.
Okay, put the lights out.
Oh,
Oh, I got a new subscriber just popped up.
nice. Always nice.
Yeah. I'm not that far off 200 now. So Thursday night might be, if the paint's arrived, might be the bowl for the 200 giveaway.
Nice, nice, nice.
Right, what I'll do, I'll drill out the center.
I remember back then.
It'll be easier to use the tool if this is drilled out.
Blank looks bigger now. It's we're viewing it from the end.
Turn the speed down. Drill in at around about, it's at about, yeah, just under 500, that is.
Oh, you got a super chat from Twisted Trees, Wayne.
Thank you, Pete.
Barry says he's got to go. Just had a notification saying Wayne's about to start playing with his ring.
All right. So Wayne's just said if I have problems with the ring tool on dry wood, try the hook tool. It never fails. I haven't got a hook tool, Wayne, but I believe they work on the same principle. Right, just take that back out.
You got one of them badger tools, didn't you?
Eh?
Not the badger. What's that? Oh, them blooming. Forgotten what they're blooming called now. What's them? What's them little rat faced animals that blooming build dams?
Beaver.
Otters.
Beaver. That's it.
Have I got a beaver? I don't think I have.
Have you not?
No, I could do a one. Right.
Oh,
So
my mind
this has
is filled.
got. Where am I? There.
Oh,
This
I think
is
it's got-
bevel on the outside at the small part there, and it's also got a bevel on the inside of the large ring
yeah,
there.
well, but-
So you can actually use both sides of this. So you can introduce the bevel, bring the bevel around until the cutter starts hitting, which is around about there. And then you just pull it back. I'm going to drop that tool rest down a bit more.
I'm so glad that you're not using that on a spindle.
So are
Turn the
you
feed
cutting on the face nearest you, Wayne, or the face furthest away from you?
I'm actually cutting on the bottom.
Okay.
Well, it's on. I'm trying to explain. If you right, I'm cutting on that part there,
Yep.
which when it's turned this way up, it's around about 8 o'clock.
Guys, have you got the handle level or drop?
It's dropped. The handle's dropped. So you are using it like a proper gouge. So you have the handle dropped. It's not operating like a scraper where you have the handle either horizontal or up. And you can, like I say, you can use the big side as well. It can be a bit more aggressive. But it does certainly clean the wood out. I mean, when you're using this on wet wood, the streamers are miles long. What I'll do, I'll use the short rest
That's all right, Baz.
Right, so Adam's saying the tool doesn't look like it'll last very many sharpenings, not a lot of steel to work with. Well, I've had this for quite a number of years now.
Your Facebook just went off, mate.
Sorry?
I was just telling Scotty's Facebook went off.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah, I see.
Right now, the big advantage using Simon Hope's hollowing tools over using the ring tool is that obviously you can get into, when you're doing hollow vessels and things, you can get into small openings with the Simon Hope one. That's what it's example.
What's the chances of a catch with that, Wayne?
Oh, big. Very big. You've got to be very careful with how the tool is presented and the angle you're getting it at.
Right, so it's not really a tool for a newbie.
Well, it's just got a bit of a learning curve. That's all, JP.
As every tool. We got a big crack there.
Yeah, I know. I think I might just do something about that now. Mind you, this is, as per usual, just a practice piece. It is. I'm really doing this because I think it was Di. I think he'd mentioned hook tools on somebody else's live, and I said I'd do something with the ring tool because I don't have a hook tool. We actually get a very good finish off this because obviously it is cutting rather than scraping. trying to find the right angle.
What would be the normal angle to present it at?
Right. So I'll try and do this with the camera off. If you imagine coming in like that, okay?
Yeah.
And then you start bringing the tool round until the cutter starts cutting. So I basically, seeing how this has got fairly straight sides, I'm going in like that, bring the bevel round,
And then
and there's the cut there.
Yeah.
But it's a bit difficult trying to get in at the bottom, especially with that beveled one there. So when you're trying to cut right on the bottom, you're as well turning it around and using the larger ring, because you can't actually get onto the bottom. And then you can change over again. Getting a lot of vibration, obviously, because I've got the tool rest quite far back. I'll see if I can use this other one. I mean, I've got a swivel head on the lathe, so I could actually turn the head stock around and probably make life a hell of a lot easier for myself. How's that looking? It's not that bad. I can actually I might just stop it there and reshape the outside of this. I can get that sanded up using the drill sander. I'm just going to leave that crack. It's just drawn where the bottom is. That's as far as I went down with the drill. Now this is something I've never seen before, and I've noticed it with this last lot of pencils that I bought. Has anybody else ever seen bloody pencils that melt?
No.
No.
And don't draw on the wood?
I know super glue melts the colouring on the outside. Or some of them
Ridiculous.
You
Ridiculous.
can get cheapy pencils, can't you?
Well, I think they were.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Let's use the spindle gouge. What sort of wall thickness have I got there? Lots. Right, is Blair in?
Glyn is.
Glyn is. Oh, hi, Glyn.
He ain't used grit yet, Glyn. You can sack him if you like.
Are you texting me, JP?
Yeah.
Oh, it's you. I was like, hey, who's that? I'm getting all these rude jokes, and it's like, who's that?
Hey, Mark. Oh, Glyn's been out on the bike all morning.
Nice.
Nice.
Mark's
Very nice.
sphere arrived this morning that he's donated for Ian.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, it is bloody gorgeous.
Yeah, I bet it is.
So that is going to be auctioned on Thursday night. So I hope everyone's got big pockets.
I've actually got a GPS blank glued up. I've had glued up for a while for when I planned to do a live a little while ago. So I might get that rounded off and turn it into either an egg or a sphere and get that sent over to you.
Oh, cheers, mate. So my wife's not the biggest fan of woodturning. I'll take something in and she'll go, oh, it's a bowl, or oh yeah, that's nice. Not really paying any attention.
This is acrylic.
She was stood next to me as I opened Mark's sphere, and she went, "Oh, I love that." Oh, yeah, cheers, love.
You're not getting it.
Well, she can if she bids for it.
Oh well, yeah, that's true.
Let's have a look how many bits is on there. 1, 2.
I ordered a blank off Emma last week because I've never done a sphere like that. So Emma had one left on her website. It was payday, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to have a go. So I paid for it, and then I got a message off Emma about half hour later to say she's really sorry, but as she walked out the workshop, she dropped it and it smashed.
Oh,
But she's going to make me another one.
So there's 22 different coloured layers of GPS on here.
Nice. Is that out of all the little bits that come in like the crafter boxes?
Yeah, out of the squares, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and there's a glow in the dark one going straight through the middle of it.
Very nice.
So yes.
So Nick says, sorry Nick, we must have missed it. Wayne, did you get one of them lathe knives? And if so, have you thought about using it on a live?
Hang on, Nick, hang on. Where the hell's it gone? Where has it gone? There it is.
If they didn't have boobs, you'd throw rocks.
Lathe knives. I've seen them before. Yeah, that's it. That's what he's talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
I
not
do
like
have
a skew?
Yeah. I've got to say, I much prefer the skew.
Shop dog. The best way I found to put them together is Rich the Beard. I know uses Gorilla Glue gel. I believe he uses, but I used Starbond CA glue. That's never failed me yet. I don't know what it's going to come out like. I've never used it on GPS, but like I say, it's never failed me yet. It's super strong. So yeah, well, I'm sure you'll see it at some point. I've turned it. Yeah, it's like I say, it's never failed me yet. So
Glenn's lost me with his comment. If they didn't have boobs, you'd throw rocks at them.
It's just a flesh wound.
Is he talking about wives? Mark, skews are evil and the devil's tools. They're not. It's just practice and using it right and correctly. I love
one false move and you go skew whiff.
Yeah. I like my skew.
No, don't get me wrong. When I first started using it, I had a square one and I couldn't get on with it. And it did come off and it did bite me in the hand. But then I swapped to the oval shaped skew, and I love it.
See, I've got 2 oval shaped skews and I'm wanting the square one now.
I couldn't get on with the square one. I've got 2. One's usable, one needs to go on the Pro Edge, and it's a second-hand tool I picked up, and it's got about 7 or 8 different bevels each side. So I need to sort it out.
I've got 2 parting tools. Actually, 4 parting tools.
Yeah, I've got a few of them.
I've got 5 parting tools.
Yeah, I did wonder why, with them record sets, that they put a parting tool in each one.
Well, they're different sizes. They're different sizes for starters.
Yeah, but
and the skew isn't. Yeah, the skew isn't out yet. They're still sorting that one out, and they're basically classed for beginners, so you can buy them sets individually.
Okay.
You see,
yeah,
that's basically that was basically it.
Yeah.
So you if you buy, for example, the spindle set or the bowl turning set, you're going to want the partings.
I'm using Yorkshire grip. Right, in answer to Nick's question again, you're certainly more than welcome to have a go with it, Nick, when you do come up. But I will tell you, it presents at a totally different angle to a skew does, and I just can't get away with it. Cut's nice.
Mark had a falling out with his skew and it left in 2 pieces. What did you do to it, Mark?
I've got no idea. I saw that the other week.
So I've got a funny story about the skew, right? So I bought it was like a lathe set that kind of clamps to the bench and it kind of plugs into a drill. This is way before I had my first ever lathe. I bought it from a boot fair, and they come with these cheap Chinese chisels, right? Well, I still had these chisels when I actually got my first Axminster lathe, the little MIDI lathe, the same lathe as what Nick's got actually, and the Beard's got, and you, right? So when it come time to me actually using it, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna have a quick go at these other chisels as opposed to using carbides. Well, the first one I picked up was a skew, right? So I started using this blooming skew, and all of a sudden the lathe caught it, and it started rattling around between the bowl and the spindle, sorry, and the tool rest, and all of a sudden it disappeared, right? And I'm thinking, where the hell has that gone, right? And I spent 3 months looking for it. I cleaned up my workshop, could not find it anywhere. Right. Well, one day I walked out into the workshop, looked up, and it was hanging out of the workshop roof. So yeah, there's still a hole in my roof where that thingy was, where it was hanging out.
Yeah, I've got a hole in the wall. But that's where I threw my spindle gouge the other day because I'd cocked up a pen blank for something important. So I wasn't happy.
Yeah.
Do you know, Baz is asking, what the record tools are going to retail at?
I don't, mate, to be honest with you. I can find out for you before they come out.
It's for Baz.
But I don't know. I don't know right now, honestly.
Mr. Ruben's off.
Out. See you later, Ruben.
So are they only going to sell them as sets, or are they going to do them individually?
No. They are. So these ones are they're being sold as sets. They are doing other tools as singles as well, like for example the skew, and they're also bringing other ones like different sizes of gouges and all that sort of stuff. They're just out a little bit later on. They wanted to get the beginner sets out first.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm just going to finish this off with some microcrystalline wax. Except my fingernails don't seem to be working. That's it.
Mark's off to work. See you later, Mark.
See you, Mark.
See you later, Mark. That's a nice looking bowl there, Wayne.
Thank you.
No, you should do this as a hobby.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that.
Are you RPT, Wayne?
No, I'm a hell.
No.
Is a DIY.
Yeah, my workshop isn't tidy enough. I would never get past the RPT assessment. Never.
Yeah, you've got to have like a metal box, in you, for all your flammables and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, you've got to have metal lockers for all your paints and finishes and things like this. Proper signage up. First aid kits. Fire extinguishers. Oh, I do have a fire extinguisher.
I've got a first aid kit. I've got plasters in the drawer somewhere.
So,
I've got a first aid kit that hangs on the back of the workshop door now.
There's a lot of rings to jump through, to tell you the truth.
Well, you're just using a ring.
Yeah, I know. Mind you, I probably could get a sponsor or a mentor to do it, because one of my good friends in Dumfries, I actually introduced him to wood turning Oh God, again, we're back in the probably late 80s, 90s, and he's a professional wood turner, has been for years. Right, I'm just going to palm this off now.
I'm a walking first aid.
Nick said that the Flaming Turner says when he grows up, he wants to be just like you, Wayne.
And Glenn says you need less than 2 foot of water in your shop, Wayne.
Yes, yes, that's right, Glenn.
Yeah, there you go.
If
and
ever
you got to constantly use Yorkshire grit.
Yeah, if ever I have a fire in here, I'm just hoping it's in the flooding season.
I need to get my fire extinguisher tested.
You're not a turner unless you've used Yorkshire grit. Simple as. You can't go and get an RPT. They should change it to RPT-YG. In my opinion.
Yeah. So Rob saying a panic
uses Yorkshire grit.
A panic button on the lathe could be handy to help get your spouse if you needed. Either your phone
That's what Wayne needs, is an orange cord hanging. Wayne needs an orange cord hanging in the corner of his workshop.
Right, this is the best thing. This is the best thing skew chisels are for. Taking the nubbity off the bottom.
Yeah. Steve says his Yorkshire grit antiseptic. Might smart a bit when you rub it in.
Change camera. Back over to the.
Nick says I'm getting there, Wayne, to be like you. I've already been sat buggling.
No, that's not right, Nick. You can't get sacked by Glenn.
Am I his longest employee?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'd like to be one of Glenn's employees.
No, you can only be Glenn's employee if you do demonstrations at the shows.
Yeah, I don't mind doing that.
No, you're not having my job.
Well, just wait until he gets sacked, Nick Scott.
I've got these really nice toolboxes that D-Walk donated me.
Cleaned out using the ring tool. I'm not too keen on the shape of the outside. I think it looks pretty pat, to tell you the truth. But it was just to play around, just so I could show people.
What you need to do, Wayne, turn it upside down and turn a clapper for it.
Yeah, it's not even a bell, to tell you the truth.
You can have a bell to go with your ring and your crack.
So there we go. What's people seeing? Let's get me.
Bastards, how's the crack?
The crack's fine. Well, see, I don't think that crack will move anywhere because the wood is that dry and that stable. I don't think it's going to do anything, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Fingers says your Robert Sorby is on its way to you.
Oh, cheers, David. Very nice of you. Much appreciated.
And Dai's going to have another go with his ring tool now.
Good. I hope that was helpful, Dai. If anybody does have a hook tool that they're a bit scared of using, the hook tool works on the same principle as the ring tool. And thank you, Steve. Right, I think that's going to be us. That's not bad. 55 minutes. Just a nice
Rubber Duck
time.
says, can he see a close-up of the cutting edge and the bevel on the ring tool, please?
That will probably not focus properly. No, I'm not getting that to focus. No.
Dai's saying spot on, Wayne. So
if you go onto the if you just type in your search engine Hamlet ring tool, It should be able to direct you to the Hamlet website, where you'll be able to see the ring tool. And there's obviously a better photograph there. Either that, or I can't remember if Tool Post sell them. I think Tool Post probably sell them, to tell you the truth.
Cool. A piece of oak isn't the same without a crack in it.
I think that's probably about us. So I will hit the button. Thanks everybody for coming along. Did you see how many was in at any one time? Obviously, I don't have YouTube on.
No, hang on. Let me go back to YouTube because I've started popping the chat out now. You showed me how to do it. There's 35 in now, 26 thumbs. So people have still got time to hit that button. I think it's been about 35 all the way through, Wayne.
Excellent, good. Right then, I am going to hit the button and we will end it there. Thanks very much for coming along. Oh, the reason I asked why Blair was in, Blair messaged me the other day with what I thought was quite a good idea. He said, why don't you ask people to do projects of what you do and then send photographs to me and I'll put them up the following week. So we'll start that on Wednesday night. So I'm going to start off with something really easy and do a multi-center wall hanging with texture and paint. Depending on the size of the wood, I might well have to use the VB36 as well. So that's what we're going to do.
I might play with these on Thursday.
On Wednesday evening, I'm going to do a multi-center wall hanging with some texture and some colouring. Okay, so tune in Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. Tonight we've got Chris, Nicola and Bamber at Home with the Fishes at 7:30, and then we've got Andy Hale, AHV Spoke, and he is turning the.
He's carving
blue shark,
isn't it?
Blue shark. He's carving tonight. That's at around about 9:15.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Andy again tomorrow lunchtime, isn't it?
Yeah, it will be Andy tomorrow lunchtime, and then Richard, the Beard Time 16, tomorrow evening at 8 o'clock.
Cool.
Right then, that's it. I'm going to hit the button. I will see you again on Wednesday evening. If you're not sick of watching what I'm doing, if you are sick of watching what I'm doing, don't bother coming along. I'll still be doing it anyway. Bye for now, guys.
See you later.
Take it easy, everyone.